Hey guys, Lonnie back out here to shop tonight. Been out here tinkering with the Sears build. So I'm gonna spin you around here and give you a quick update of it and show you what we got going on. We finally got the X-Track tires back on the front. Before I got rid of this thing, it had the X-Track tires up front. I don't know what happened to them, but it also had a Kohler 20 horse V-twin side shaft on it, which I'm not a Kohler fan, but that motor had plenty of spunk in it. Anyhow, somebody sabotaged the guy that ended up with this. They poured gas in his oil at a tractor pull, and he didn't know it, and he ran it and blew it up. So we're running a 16 horsepower V-twin Vanguard. We got it sitting on there where I need it to be. I've got everything lined up as far as the pulley and the belt. So we're fixing to mark the mounting holes, drill some new holes in the framing. I want to get it set to where I want it, and then we'll be able to start working on fabbing some exhaust pipe up for it. I've got to get on the old interweb and find a breather for the carburetor. It had an opposed breather on it when I got it, but we're going to go back with the original breather, hopefully, if I can find one. But back to the tires. I've owned like 3 or 4 sets of these tires. I've had them on previous builds. I really like how they perform. They give you really good steering and handling. I can't remember the person that originally used these. I talked to them about them, and they said that they really handled good. If I remember or find out who it was I talked to about these tires, this has been 3-4 years ago that I talked to about them, because you can look back through my videos and see that it was 3 or 4 years ago that I started using X-Track tires. But anyhow, if I figure out who it was that I talked to, I'll link them down in the description of this video. I don't want to take credit for it, because if it works, man, that's thumbs up, you know. It does still have the original ITP mud lights on the back of it that I put on here. These actually handled great also in the mud. I didn't have no problem with them. The pulley setup that I got out here, it's going to be a 5.5 up front. It's either a 4 or a 5 in the back. I don't remember, but with what I used to have up front was a 5. Nothing's changed in the rear, but I've went up to a 5.5. The tires stayed clear in the mud with the old system that I had, so I'm pretty sure and confident that the tires are going to stay clear now. Let's see. I don't remember the name of this thing that I had named it whenever I was building it, or if it even had a name, but I'll try to scroll back through my old videos and see, and if so, we'll stick with that name. If not, we'll try to pick a name for this thing. But I do have something that I'm going to put on here. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of it. There we go. We're going to put some halo LED pod lights on this thing. We'll have them up front. It comes with a remote. Not that I really need a remote, but it's got waterproof plugs on it. The wiring harness has waterproof plugs on it also. So that's what we're going to be running on the front as far as lighting. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to stick with my same little push bar that I built when I originally had this. I can't remember if I put those little tabs on there. I don't think I did. But anyhow, those little tabs are going to come off. We're gonna ditch those. I got to figure out a new mounting system for the hood. As you can see, the motor sticks out past the stock location, but I'm fairly confident that I can make this thing work. Yeah, let me get this mocked up as far as, or I'm sorry, I've already got it mocked up. Let me get the holes marked. That way I can get them drilled out and we'll get this motor bolted down. Good thing about a plasma cutter is put your hand straight down on it. Not too bad at all. Alright. I cut the holes kind of a little long ways. That way I've got room to adjust the motor. So we'll find some bolts, get her bolted down, then we'll come back. There you go. As you can tell, I don't like the way the Sears, the hoods kind of dip down in the front end. You can see it like that right there. So I'm going to raise mine. I've got it bolted to the frame right there where it originally goes. I'm going to raise mine probably, let me see how much I can raise it. Well, look, I need to raise it any, I guess. That oil filter, I want to be able to change the oil filter. And I don't want to have to remove the hood just to change the oil filter. So, guess we'll leave that. Anyhow, as you can see, we've already got the hood on, got the motor bolted back on. What I am going to try to do is either find another hood, or I'm just going to cut this where I used to have that 20 horse Kohler. What I'll end up trying to do is cut this from the highest point right here, cut it all the way down, and square it off right through here, and then come straight up here and cut it across. That way it'll be just one straight square piece out, and then I'll put a new patch panel in there. I'm going to try to build a guard for this, for the fins right here. I don't know what I'm going to use. I'll probably just use like a maybe like a steel plate or something. Should be able to get by with that, but maybe a steel plate with some holes drilled through it. But anywho, the hood latches work, the old dimples, so it's completely lined up. You just gotta pry this side over, pry this side over. Just like that. Then the hood raises back up. I'll have to reattach the old hood strap that I had, because you can see it puts a lot of stress on it if I just let it go. You can see that moving. But I had this strap right here. It's a steel cable that I made up. I'll fab it probably maybe right here. That won't be a bad spot, because I mean the motor's not going anywhere, so I can scoot it up to about right there. That'll work perfect. And it looks like I've got plenty of room in it, and I think it would look all right with these being squared. I think I could put those LED pods in each one of those. That'll look all right. I'm not going for style or anything like that. This is just a toy. That's all I plan on using it for. I've got a chance to get the rear rack that I originally had on this. I built it for the multi-Murray. I got rid of it, but I kept the rack. So I may get the rack back and put it back down on here. I did like how the rack was, and you could haul a few little miscellaneous things with you. But guys, this is just a quick little update video. Hope you enjoyed it. Just go ahead and shoot me some name suggestions for this thing down here in the bottom in the description. We'll see what we like. If I haven't already had a name for it, we'll try to see if we can't pick a pretty cool name for it, I guess. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so, and hit the little bell there so you'll get notifications every time I upload a video. Yeah, let's see where we can't take this little thing here. Next will be the wiring, or either the wiring or the exhaust. I know it runs. The battery, I've got to find a place for the battery and for the gas tank. So anyhow guys, until next time, God bless you.